Welcome to this week's episode of Behind the Comedy Mic with your host, Steve Mcinelly. Tonight we just finished a really cool episode, or actually a cool show here on the Las Vegas Strip next to Pawn Stars of all places with Las Vegas headliner, actually touring headliner, Mr. Derek Richards. Derek, go ahead and tell us.
What's happening, man? How are you?
Good, man. Tell our
Thanks
people,
for having me.
our people that watch, what do you do, man? I mean, I know you're a comedian, but tell us about you.
I've been doing it almost 23 years now. From Detroit originally, lived in South Florida for 12 years, down in West Palm Beach. Been here in Vegas for 3.5 years.
Nice.
It's an absolute blast. Michigan people walking away. God bless you.
Awesome.
Out of the show tonight. And it's great, man. I couldn't be happier to be here in Vegas. It's just a great time. Fun show tonight. Nice little cool, funky environment here.
It is.
Get the barbecue downstairs, then come upstairs and see a great show, man. It's a blast.
It's pretty crazy. Here's the weird part. Now we're on 420, the whole stoner issue, and I'm not a smoker. I haven't been for 25 years.
Right.
Because I grew up out of high school. I'm like, whatever. But my show's called Las Vegas Smoking Comedy Showcase, which is crazy because when people like hit me up going, dude, it's 420, you're on the Smoking Comedy Showcase.
Yeah.
I'm like, the only smoke I smoke is barbecue. And it's fucking fantastic barbecue. I'm not gonna lie, we've had a lot of barbecue, we've traveled around the country. It's really good, and I actually enjoy it's enjoyable smelling that smell during the show. You're kind of like, you don't know whether to keep joking or going, screw this, I'm
How
going
about
to
I
grab
wrap
a
this up
plate,
and go downstairs
man.
and get some shit? Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's the cool part. Where's been the cool place you've lived? You said Detroit, South Florida. Where have you liked the most that you've lived?
Here in Las Vegas, and that
Nice.
it's going to sound very, how can I put this? I'm not trying to kiss Vegas' ass, but I love it here.
Yeah.
I mean, my girlfriend here, who enjoys 420,
Nice.
and which is great. But she's also a monster food fan. So the fact that we go downstairs and got some barbecue beforehand, which is great. But I met her here in Las Vegas, actually
Right
working
on.
at the MGM Grand.
Oh, nice. When you're back
And
there.
a little
Right on.
over a year ago, and it's been fantastic.
Right on.
She's phenomenal, and
It's funny.
I've had a blast. I love this town. It's
That's
great.
that's funny.
There is never a nonstop freak show here in
Oh
Las
no,
Vegas.
you can see anything you want. It's funny because now tonight I just met your girlfriend, and it's really cool because I didn't know she was such a food fan and a barbecue
Yeah.
fan. When I went out to talk to her, I said, "Hey, you enjoying the show?" And she like grabbed her food and put it in her arms and goes, "Don't fucking touch it."
Oh, yeah.
I will
Yeah.
stab you.
That's her.
And I'm like, going,
That's her. Make
I'm
no
like,
mistake.
man, this is cool. A girl that Derek loves. She's pretty and she eats. I'm like, this is a good girl. Usually
yeah.
you get those other girls like, I don't eat. I'm like, really? Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
you eat,
God.
damn it. But right on, that is fantastic. But to meet a girl at a comedy show and where she still loves you. I met my wife in high school. And so when
No
I was
kidding.
Yeah, we've been together 25 years, 26
Wow.
years actually, but married 25. And it's weird because I mean she grew up with me watching me be in the limelight of playing sports. And so then it was kind of weird where all of a sudden our kids are stretched into the limelight. Now she's the comedy wife going, well, now my husband's back in the limelight again. So
Right.
it is kind of cool. And to have the support of a woman that will come out and watch you and enjoy what you do, it's fantastic. And most people don't realize the joy it is, whether they pay attention to you or not. Because in the car ride on the way home, that joke that you may have screwed up on?
Yeah.
She'll tell you about it, right?
She doesn't actually.
No?
She is a huge comedy fan. I mean,
Right on.
she loves Jim Gaffigan, Brian Regan. I mean,
Nice.
some of the guys that I thoroughly enjoy, and she's just a fan of comedy. I mean,
Nice.
she just loves to laugh and have a good time. She doesn't look at it from a judgmental eye or anything like
Yeah.
that. I mean, you can tell if she's seen thousands of shows
Yeah.
through the years, and so she's got a good barometer. I mean, when people are laughing, it's funny.
Yeah, oh,
And
definitely.
when they're not laughing, I mean, that crowd, I mean, and we all have been there, it's like some crowds, they just don't care what you're saying.
No, oh yeah, no, definitely.
It makes no difference. If you said
Yeah.
there's free ass downstairs, and they still weren't listening,
Yeah. Well, that's because
just
they're
not
thinking of the
listening.
free ass downstairs. I'll be honest with you. Somebody
They just
says
don't
free
care.
ass, I'm going, I don't care what the Pope's talking about. There's free ass
No,
downstairs.
I've done gigs where they just don't care if
Yeah.
they're free ass downstairs or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
They just don't care what's coming out of
Yeah.
your mouth. So
We've
all been
I
there.
think
We've all
we've done
seen
those,
it.
yeah.
She's seen a bunch of shows, everything from comedy clubs to little bars and one-nighters that I've done. you
Right
know,
on.
since we've been together,
Yeah.
and She's great. So
speaking of that, here's a funny question. What's probably, honestly, out of all the years you've been doing it 23 years, I've been doing it for 7 years.
Right.
What's probably the biggest like shit gig you've ever done that you're like going, it sticks in your mind because I know as a comic you learned a ton of shit from it.
Right.
But you also stick in your mind going, God, that really fucked with me. I want to know what the hell. And you remember it. It may have been 20 years ago. It may have been the first time you were ever on stage. But what was kind of like, what stuck in your mind the most?
There's a lot of them.
Okay.
And I mean, there's, like I said, there's so many different little quirky things that you've been a part of through the years. One that sticks out is there was a fundraiser for, of all things, they were raising money. It was at a country club, and they were raising money for a school. It was at a private school, and the kid, the family who the kid went to the school, and he was killed. Yeah. He was decapitated.
Damn. Roller coaster?
In a four-wheel, in a four-wheel accident, going through a field, didn't see a wire coming across, and he got his head chopped off.
It's like, what's that show, Final Destination?
Yes, exactly.
Damn.
Yes, we joke about that all the time when we're following some log truck, and you see the ropes, the straps like flapping behind it, and I'm like, this is it.
This is it, honey, we're done.
This is 1,000 Ways to Die marathon. On Spike TV or Final Destination.
We do the same shit because we're like, I wonder if those logs roll off, it's going to crush the people next to it.
I always say it's either, she says Final Destination, or I say it's a Mayhem commercial.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And so we do this gig, and the funniest thing was the guy comes up on stage, and they were raising all kinds of money. They were doing these incredible giveaways. I mean, golf trips and cruises and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, right before the comedy show starts, everybody's all happy, having a good time. And the guy who's hosting the thing says, before we start comedy, let's not forget why we're here. And then he mentions the kid's name, whatever it was. Steve, let's not forget.
Just call him Steve. I don't give a shit.
Steve Mcinelly, who lost his head in a four-wheel accident, whatever that.
He had a great time, and
the mom was there in the crowd. Mom and dad. Mom starts scream sobbing.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you would expect. I mean, she was all being comforted by her friends, and she was finally able to kind of relax and have a good time.
Yeah, we're here to remember this guy, but
and
let's
now
not
all of a sudden,
he's gone.
Let's remember Ichabod Crane.
Holy damn.
Let's remember the Headless Horseman. So now the whole mood, the guy does a moment of silence for the dead kid, and then says, enjoy the comedy show.
Nice. I think, you know what?
That would be the worst one.
I probably think that shit gig was probably worse than one, I would say. I did a bar show where, and I do a lot of bar shows. I love bar shows because it's fun where people don't realize all of a sudden, hey, we're going to do comedy in here.
That's the loudest mop ever.
I know, damn, no shit.
That's a huge mop.
But he's our best security guard.
He's a great security guard.
But, no, the weirdest part is, okay, so when a lot of bar gigs, I love it because when you show up to a bar, people don't expect like, oh, we're not getting comedy here. You kind of all of a sudden, it just happens, and you catch their attention, and they enjoy it, and they're going, God, this was fun. I'm glad we came out to have a drink. I wanted to hate my wife, yell at my girlfriend. The woman's like, I just looking for someone to screw besides who I'm with. I mean, anything, but then all of a sudden they're like, oh, there's comedy here, it's great. Now this bar show I was doing, it's in Salt Lake City, and that's where I started.
This is going on at the bar gig you did in Salt Lake City?
But it's so funny, it's in a sports bar, and we're in this area, and it's funny because we got put behind a pool table. So we got the microphone behind a pool table, so there's already a pool table, so there's like a moat in front of us, behind a pool table, and then the crowd's out there. Right behind us is the bathroom, the men's and the women's bathroom. And it was probably one of the worst shit gigs ever. I had a good time. I went up. I actually didn't go up first. I was like one of the last ones. I was like the feature comic. I was one of those cool dudes. But it was funny because the guy that was up before me, he's up there telling his jokes. And I didn't really care for the guy too much anyway because he's kind of one of those smart-ass know-it-alls that I know comedy, I know everything. I'm going to be a writer for Conan. I'm moving to New York. Fuck all you guys.
We have those in this business?
Not
really?
Yeah, I've met one or two.
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm stunned to hear that.
But it was so
Tell
funny.
me about your little fictitious village you live in, where people fly around on brooms.
Exactly. So this guy's up there. He's holding the mic and he's telling some of the shittiest jokes ever, and nobody's laughing at the bar. Well, this guy wanted to go to the bathroom, and he come walking up. We didn't know he was going to the bathroom. This dude walked up and went to high five the dude on stage, and the guy holding the mic goes, "Oh, he's gonna high five me," and the guy goes, "Psych!" and did the old hair swoop, went right in the bathroom. It was the best jab he had the whole night. Everybody in the bar erupted laughing, and he like just stood there and pissed his pants on stage because he's like, what the fuck do I do now? And then he's like, okay, that's my time. Thank you. I'm done. He put the microphone up and just left. He went out, got in his car, and drove home. I'm like, that's awesome. Fuck him.
I literally, you know what,
good.
though? I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
In this business, doing this job, I love doing this. It's always a great time. It's great hooking up with meeting people like yourself. The other people that were on the show tonight who did a fantastic job. Sean Cooper, who's a very funny act.
It's great seeing people
who's
from
one
the
of
Las
the comedians.
Vegas Strip show up.
Yeah,
That's
who's
great.
one of the who's on the works on the
fantasy show,
the fantasy show at Luxor,
Yeah.
who's hysterical. So it's great coming out here and seeing this. Like I said, I always have a great time. Even if it sounds like it's going to be the worst gig ever. A great friend of mine, Steve Eric, who was a comedian mentor friend of mine in Florida when I was really kind of getting started, had said this every show we went to. We would do these bar gigs, and it just looked like it was going to be a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
And he'd look at me and he would laugh. He'd go, "This is going to be the greatest night of our lives."
Yeah.
He said this
Oh, yeah.
all the time, and we just and that totally changed my mindset on everything.
Oh yeah.
And so I laughed my ass off at this stuff. It's a great business. It's a great gig, and
It truly is. And when
I can't complain.
Well, when people look when I post online and I will write up, even tonight I'll write up. You know what? I had a really fun night on the stage. It's because I do have fun every time I'm on stage.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the people that come out. I enjoy the fans that are there. I enjoy our supporters. I mean, my wife, your girlfriend, they're there. They're great. The locals that we get to come out are awesome. I walk through the crowds every time I'm doing the show, and I tell everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Stand-up comedy is an artistry form that a lot of people don't realize. It's you and the microphone. There's no instrument to hide behind.
Yeah.
There's no band to get with, but it is a fun thing. And these guys are loud, but we'll wait for them.
they were laughing their ass.
They were laughing their ass off. And
They
were
can be
good
loud.
people. They can be loud.
They can be loud during our recording. They were funny.
Exactly. But that's what I enjoy about the show. I enjoy it every time. There's been times where I've gotten home and I've hated, like, God, that was horrible. But I look back at everything else. I really do enjoy this. The journey is what I look at it.
I can usually shake it off within about 5-10 minutes after the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get in the car. I'll call my girlfriend Mickey, and she'll say, "How'd the show go?" And I'm like, "It was an absolute nightmare." And I go through it. I lay out what happened, and she's a sweetheart. She listens, and
Right on.
She hears all the bullshit, and I'm like, "All right, I'm done."
When I
good.
first started, I would go home and I would watch the video, and I would be up all night watching and dissecting what I did. And my wife would wake up in the middle of the night or the next morning and be like, "Did you get any sleep?" I'm like, "No, I got to go to work though," because I was so pissed at what I did. I'm like, "You've got to be kidding!" Just because I'm such a perfectionist of what I want to do, because I want to get better. That's the
Well,
thing.
you got to
It's
do that. You got to
yeah.
watch. You got to watch your video. It's game film. I mean, Tom
Exactly.
Brady's won.
Oh yeah.
4 Super Bowls.
Exactly.
And he watches game film. You've got to watch how things go so you know what to do next time, what not to do. Because
Definitely.
what worked tonight.
Tom Brady's a dynasty quarterback now.
Exactly.
Damn it! Yes, and I hate that. I'm a Dolphins fan. Stop it.
I have a best friend that's a Dolphin fan, and I can't understand why they ever chose Tannehill as their quarterback.
He was the best option, man.
No, he wasn't. They had a chance. They could have traded, so they could have got Manziel. They could have traded up.
Wait a sec.
Well,
You
they could
said
have got Manziel. Hang on. You should at least see the guy who said that.
He said Manziel.
right there.
And hell, they
There
could
he is
have,
right there.
They could have even traded.
That's the guy that sells
with
Johnny Manziel
the Titans first round pick, so they could get Jeff Goff this year in the draft, because Goff's probably going to be the #1 quarterback
Maybe.
in the draft.
I want
This
Marino
guy,
to come
this guy
back.
doesn't know what he's saying. This guy.
Marino was a great quarterback.
This guy makes a shitload of sense. He
And
really
as far
does.
as it goes,
Exactly,
Any
so-
quarterback that goes into Miami has to live under Marino's shadow to surpass it.
That's
Huh?
true. So, but
He makes sense.
He does. Damn it! But we're running out of time. Thank
He
everybody.
should be on ESPN.
He's as good as Kurt Schilling. He just
fuck's
lost a
he
job.
doing?
They're
What the-
hiring.
the fuck's he doing walking
They're
around
hiring. But anyway, thank everybody so much for tuning into this. Definitely, Derek, tell them how they can get a hold of you.
DerekRichards.com. I'm on Facebook, also Twitter, Instagram, comedian Derek Richards. And please connect with me. There's videos on YouTube. Some are sanctioned, some are not.
Yeah.
Watch them anyway.
And either way,
Come see the show. Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, Las Vegas.
Perfect.
Next to Pawn Stars here in beautiful
downtown
downtown
Las
Las Vegas. Great
Yeah.
place, great barbecue. Come out here. It's always a great time. I love you. Mwah.
Thank you guys. SteveMcinelly.com. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much.